Greetings, friends. Jason here for AxodysFC. It is Saturday afternoon, my time. Spurs won earlier this morning, and it was an interesting game. In fact, we had to get by today without Destiny Udogie, so Emerson was back. We also actually only featured Romero for the first half, as he kind of had a tight hamstring apparently and went off at the half. Everton was a solid opponent. You know, they've definitely been very much probably the best in form recently of Premier League teams, despite, you know, their 10-point deduction. They had a nice string of wins heading into our game, and needless to say, and actually they early in the game were doing a real nice job of pressing us too, and making our second string defenders a little bit uncomfortable as they tried to play out of the back. Skip was in the sixth role today, and he's a guy that, unlike, you know, Basuma, he can't really dribble out of trouble in the same way, and so he was, you know, as I was watching him, he was usually looking to just pass it around pretty quickly, but he was never like taking on defenders in the way that Basuma does. But he was fine, generally speaking. Sar was pretty good today, and of course Kulusevski in that 10 spot was also quite good. But key performer or moments was a really sweet build up to Richie's finish, where tons of one-touch passes and back heels actually, and just a really maybe the most impressive kind of total team execution build-up goal that I can remember this season, and just an excellent finish from Richie too, to just redirect it and with a quick touch, and so good to see him starting to perform. That's now 4 goals in 3 games, so he's on fire essentially, and at just the right time, with Sonny set to depart for the Asian Cup games. Sonny's goal was really just an excellent deflection from, and was it Kulusevski's shot off of, basically we took a short corner and had a really nice slipped in scenario, and anyway, the initial shot got deflected. I can't remember if it was Kulusevski or if it was like, who was the actual guy that shot it, but anyway, Sonny was there to put the deflection home. So good to finally get one of those kind of bounces work out our way after a few weeks of where that wasn't happening. And the interesting thing for the game too, I didn't see the final XG for Spurs, but like at the point where we had 2 goals, our XG was like below 1. So yeah, definitely felt like kind of the luck that we weren't having over the couple games we lost where we kind of dominated possession. Anyway, it was coming back to, luck was coming back to us today. But then overall, I would say for the last 2/3 of the game, though, really Everton was playing better, getting better chances. We were very fortunate it didn't end up being a 2-2 draw. The the chances they had were, and the corners they earned, I mean, yeah, were clear evidence of what a solid and deserving opponent they were. We're very fortunate to have Vicario in the goal, and and got a VAR break where Emerson was fouled, but it was totally uncalled, and then it led to a goal. And luckily, reviewed on VAR and overturned the goal, but yeah, it was baffling that the linesman did not even raise his flag. I mean, terrible. Because anyway, the guy that nicked the ball did not even. I mean, he blew Emerson up without even touching the ball, essentially. So, yeah, nothing more to say about that. The other than, I thought Danjuma looked good. At least one person on like Last Word on Spurs comment was we were lucky that Danjuma didn't play the whole game, and yeah, I kind of agree with that. He looked good. I always thought he was a guy I wanted to see more of when he was at Spurs, and we never did. And especially in retrospect with Sonny was playing injured, yeah, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. Anyway, very fortunate for Spurs to come out of that with the win, but at the same time, kind of a just the way football is with the luck going your way some games and sometimes not. And Vicario, definitely huge. Great save on the goal line where, yeah, thank goodness for goal line technology, because the ball was virtually in except for like an inch or two, was still over the line and not all the way across it before he, deflected it back out and got control of it. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, Everton, very solid. They're going to move up the table. And yeah, it's crazy to think where they would be too, in fact, if they didn't have the 10-point deduction. But yeah, actually, hats off to them. I'm very happy to get that win like that. And definitely a lot of luck was involved. And Vicario just making plays. Yeah, thankfully, yeah, well, it was frustrating, especially, I would say, in the latter third of the game. Way too many guys just looking to clear the ball out rather than moving the ball around and maintaining possession. Yeah, it's not great to see us reverting to that style late in the game. There's ways to use up time that are a lot more effective than just immediately giving the ball back to the opponent who's really trying desperately to score. Yeah, beyond that, so unbelievably, actually, we are now 4 points out of top of the table. We're in fourth place. City didn't play because of the Club World Cup competition or whatever, so they're postponed, and I don't know how many games they are going to miss because of that. But yeah, anyway, pretty cool that we are in fourth. Big game with, let's see, Villa and United, I think, earlier this week, or coming up this week. I kind of think Villa's the favorite based on how they've been playing. United dropped a game, and to someone they shouldn't have. I forget who it was. Yeah, just a very interesting time. We've got Brighton on Thursday. The other big news today was Arsenal drawing with Liverpool 1-1, which allowed us to gain ground on both of them, essentially, and only be 4 out of the top. Yeah, so we play Brighton on Thursday. Right now the table is looking like Arsenal at the top with 40, Liverpool second, 39, Villa also at 39, but behind on differential. And then us at 36, City at 34, West Ham at 30. And yeah, and then West Ham does play Arsenal this week, so that's a big game. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm very interested to see if we're going to be able to add some reinforcements early in January when we absolutely need them, with guys going off to the Asia and Africa Cups. Exciting times. I don't know. I couldn't ask for a better situation for us heading into the holidays, and so I'm going to call it a wrap for now. As always, thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone out there tuning in. And remember, to dare is to do.